Congressman, I wonder how you see this shutdown with hard right Republicans playing out.
Well, thank you, Alicia. I mean, look, I think it's pretty clear that Kevin McCarthy has just completely lost his entire caucus. They're now being led by Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz. She has linked any sort of deal to impeaching President Biden. Matt Gaetz is now, of course, threatening a possible another speaker election. And so Kevin McCarthy's in a really tough place, and he is now having to deal with what he built within his own caucus, which is an extreme right-wing majority that controls his every action. You showed some positions earlier. People need to be reminded of who those workers are. 80% of the federal workforce does not work in Washington, D.C. These are folks that are all across the country that are waiting to be supported, that need our support, and are going to be in a serious financial situation that's going to hurt them and their families if we don't get our act together. Not to mention the damage to the economy. And so Kevin McCarthy has a lot of work to do. We're all coming back to Washington, of course, this week, and we're ready to get to work. But Kevin McCarthy's got to deliver on these deals.
There's so many consequences when you talk about this emergency relief funding. One of them for childcare, something Congress would have to extend by September 30th. If they don't, more than 3 million parents stand to lose childcare. Yesterday, I spoke with the founder of Moms First, Reshma Shujani, and I want you to take a listen to what she had to say.
Everybody, whether you're a parent, whether you're a Republican, whether you live in Idaho or you live in New York City, you are going to feel the effects of us going off the childcare cliff. 3 million kids are going to be out of childcare. Hundreds of thousands of childcare workers are going to be out of a job. And parents who are barely being able to put food on the table are going to see the cost of their childcare go up by hundreds of dollars a month. And Congress is still doing nothing about it.
Congressman, I'm sure you've seen the reporting that Republicans, understanding that they have gone too far on reproductive rights, on making sure that women don't have access to abortion care, want to rebrand themselves as, instead of being pro-life, being pro-baby. It is hard to argue you are pro-baby when you are not funding child care systems in this country.
Absolutely right. And look, what the Republicans are doing right now in the House is completely shameful, completely shameful. They're putting people's lives at risk, their livelihoods, their families, childcare, which is so critical in this country that we know there's a huge need for. And we are turning this economy around. The economy is finally getting on its tracks. Unemployment has finally hit a better place. And so for Republicans to essentially want to hold the economy and working families hostage is completely crazy. And let's also remember that they're also trying, some of the Republicans, the far-right MAGA Republicans, are trying to also link defunding some of the Justice Department as it relates to Donald Trump's multiple federal indictments and inquiries. So they're playing politics. It's all about supporting President Trump, supporting their president, and trying to impeach Joe Biden, of which we know, of course, there's absolutely no links or no reason to do so. And so Kevin McCarthy should be ashamed of himself for giving so much power to the extreme far right in his conference and caucus. But Democrats are completely united. We're working with the Senate. We're working with our leadership to ensure that we fight every single step of the way this week. And we're also encouraging and asking those Republicans that are out there, those quote unquote moderate Republicans, wherever they are, to get their act together, take control of their caucus, and actually deliver the vote so we can actually have a government that's funded.